Hello, everybody, and kind of got to get this on the road because I made a mistake, so you're going to miss like 30 seconds here. But welcome to another Zelda Speedruns race here. We've got Crosskeys going, and let's be handed over to my commentators here in the booth.
Hey, it looks like it's just me to start. CCX is going to join me in a few. Got some powder in Link's house and sanctuary um, at the ferry drop, and a quick hula hand from tstew. Pikapals heading straight to Kakariko, grabbing some bombs on the way. So, nothing too crazy yet. Got our first connector of the race. Oh, Meyer area. That's fun. I think Meyer area is always the big question mark about, are you going to get a connector here, or are you going to need the mitts and the flute to get there? It's like Quake to open Meyer. And I imagine Pikapals is going to head backwards. Oh. tstew has found the graveyard ledge cave at the castle, which is a great find early, because that's one of the big things to solve early, is how you get bombs. Pikapals has found the bumper ledge where he found a small key to Thieves Town. Connector City so far for Pikapals. tstew having bombs and knowing that he can check the back of escape is going to go ahead and do that right away. I wonder what Pikapals is planning here. Oh wow, a sword and the mushroom in the back of escape. I'm guessing tstew will turn that in soon, but we'll see what he decides to do. I wonder if Pikapals is going to finish his little journey at the swamp entrance here. Nothing on the island, just rupees. It's kind of funny that the only items of interest we've seen so far are the powder and the mushroom. And of course, sword, of course, I guess. So Pika's got a bomb. I imagine he's going to check the back of escape immediately as well and get that sword. It's there. tstew heading over to the eastern area right away. Oh, losing that big drop, or a magic drop, is sad. I would have liked to grab that myself. tstew gonna steal the key out of the back of Desert here. Oh, Pikapal's got it. Is it still gonna refill the magic? Yes it is. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, there's another magic drop. It's nice that neither of them got an advantage from RNG on drops, I guess. Pika got a sword, but he's not using it. Now we got the well drop at the sanctuary, so as soon as we get a glove, we're gonna want to head there pretty much immediately. Oh wow, mirror is on the desert torch. That is huge. Mirror, best item in Crosskeys. Oh, and a moon pearl. Wow. Desert just loaded. Pika checked that other connector right away, but not going through the brother's house at the lumberjack there. Oh, did tstew really is... Oh, maybe he's got a reset setup, or... I don't know. No, I don't think so. That's really interesting that he's just checking this. Just going straight ahead and checking it and not setting up any sort of save scum of this key to check it. So it could end up that he has like a desert small for go mode or something, and there was nothing useful on the right side of desert. So, but I can't imagine he's going to reset away that moon pearl. Oh, he has a map for desert already? That's right, he does have a map for desert. That makes sense. Okay. Fair enough. Then that's that decision seems perfectly justified, I guess. Yeah, if you have the map for desert and it's not the green pendant, if it's a pendant other than green, then I can definitely understand just using the key on the right side, because who wants to finish desert unless you read the pedestal later and see that your go mode's on the pedestal or something. Could happen, but it's unlikely. It's more likely that there would have been something good on the right side of desert. So it didn't seem like desert connectors were too interesting. We got the ledge on the east Death Mountain in the Dark World, but there will probably be a better connector to that area later. tstew's gonna go ahead and finish up the eastern area here because found the front of Turtle Rock. And Pika's found another entrance to Turtle Rock. tstew gets a small key to ice. So Pika is going to be killing the Poke here. Can't take any hits from it, it'll kill him immediately. Checking the big key chest here is, of course, not in logic. You need all 4 keys to put this in logic, but the next chest is in logic. The Chain Chomp chest. Small key to pod. Locked behind all 4 Turtle Rock Smalls is interesting. Ooh, half magic. And Pika gets a small key to GT. Those aren't super important, more important for logic, but the first 1 or 2 small GT keys are nice to have. It looks like we got the old man rescue on tstew's side. $50. Well, I have to imagine that Pika's gonna grab that 50 rupees because he wants to pay the bottle vendor right here, and he's still 4 rupees short with that $50. Old man just giving bombs today. Death Mountain is a dangerous place with 3 hearts. Cannot blame tstew for taking the fairy refill, even if it's only refilling a single heart. Oh, that's a terrible place to put that. Oh no, and there's a death. Well, I wasn't kidding when I said that Death Mountain was dangerous. Pika's found Eastern Palace, and he's going to go ahead and dip it right away. Oh wow, what a terrible place for the old man's spot, but at least we know we don't have to check. Don't have to check the Mimic Ledge later. Let's see where the back of it comes out. Pika's got our first extra heart container here. Was that, did that come out at the Graveyard Ledge? Okay. Pika just got a big key to something. Can't see that does. Oh, Hera big key. That's interesting. Hera big key is often skipped these days using the Hera pot, but if we don't get the hookshot early, that Hera big key could be pretty useful. And of course, the Terra big key blocks the big chest at minimum. Let's see if tstew checks this connector here. Yeah. Let's see where these brothers go. Oh, that just went to Kakariko. I mean, that was an intentional death, so that's... I wouldn't F too much. We've had a couple good connectors. We had a connector go to the mire area, we had a connector go to Bumper Ledge. Those are both things that you want to see. And we also had a connector that went to the Turtle Rock double connector there. Which is less useful when you've seen Mimic Cave. Where did tstew get all this money? I like that they're both in the uncle spot here at the same time. Oh, there's that 300. I guess that answers part of my question. Oh, is Desert green? I see. Still faster to get the 2 items on the right side of desert than to kill Land Molus for those 2. Looks like tstew has found that connector that went to Mire. And I have to imagine that he's going to clear the back of Escape, or the front of Escape here. When Pikapals found this, he had 0 weapons. worst map, pretty much. I mean, I guess the GT map is just as bad. 2 compasses and escape so far. Got a pod find from Pikapals. I don't know if he's a mimic clip sort of guy. He's definitely going to want to take that key and check the middle chest either way, I think. Zelda Cell, just a map of swamp. Well, that could tell us what our go mode is later, but yeah. Yeah, Pika didn't even do a Houlihan, I don't believe, and he's got more money than tstew. Swamp is also a pendant, it seems. So tstew did not check the other exits of Hyrule Castle, which means that he did not pick up his Thieves' Stone Small on the bumper ledge, and he doesn't know that he has access to it right there. You know, having the Pearl, I would have wanted to check those entrances myself, but maybe he'll come back there eventually, I guess. See if there's anything on race game. It looked like a boomerang, maybe. Pika's also gonna check that. We got triple confirmation that it's a boomerang. Oh, Pika came back over here. Well, this is unfortunate for him because he didn't go through Mire to get his moon, or through Desert, sorry, to get his Moon Pearl yet. So, like, you would really want to come over here after getting that Moon Pearl, so that not only would you not have to death abuse here, but then you could go out that bumper ledge connector and do a bunch of stuff in Dark World. So that Moon Pearl is really a big advantage for tstew at the moment. Otherwise, Pikapals is doing fine. Finding a key to Desert would really be helpful for Pikapals. Maybe prompt him to dig into Desert more. I don't know if he's going to wait on that. Or finding the boots, of course, might push him in there as well. I don't know why he marked the boomerang down. In the end, tracking is just for the runner's benefit, and they're allowed to track however they want. I think I'm alright. Mostly right now, we've just got them following in each other's footsteps. Kind of interesting, they're both making the early dive into Eastern. Boots must be really on tstew's mind. Not sure what Pikapal's next play is going to be. That's a good question. That sounds like something a commentator should know. Oh, Pika's found Laser Bridge. So we've now seen 3 of the 4 entrances to Turtle Rock. Of course, the only one we haven't seen to Turtle Rock is the one that you always need to find if you want to full clear it. Let me see here. Looks like the first race, Pikapals had a 150.26 and tstew had a 201.39. Ooh, the Smoky Swamp on the Laser Bridge here. And a big key to Turtle Rock. Nice. That'll be useful. I assume that... Oh yeah, he did. He's got 4 or 6 there. So he got that chest opened. Pika's doing some bunny stuff. He is going to be disappointed when he gets to Desert. Thieves Town and Skullwoods are 5 and 6 crystals. Those are pretty nice 5 and 6 crystals. I feel like Pika really needs to find an item to give him some sort of advantage here. Not having that Moon Pearl is a bit of a hindrance. It's kind of nice in a way for Pika that that's the that was Mimic Cave there, because it's not something that he could have done if he had the Moon Pearl anyway. He would have to return there with the hammer regardless. So, kind of in an annoying spot, but tstew doing the same thing that Pikapals already did here. Well, yeah, it's true that the Pearl hasn't given him anything, but just having it and having that knowledge is enough. See, Pika right now is going through Dark Death Mountain or not Dark Death Mountain, Dark World, and he's skipping things that that he would be doing if he actually had the Pearl. So, and Ice Palace, and that was the last entrance that Pika had to do in Southern Dark World because he already had checked the others earlier. So. So, tstew got his mushroom. Is that there? I think we already know your feelings on dipping Skullwoods early there, Days Cloud. Oh, this is where the old man rescue was. Just a compass from turning in the mushroom today. So, notably, when tstew was up here, he only had 3 hearts, and he died pretty quickly. He only got 2 entrances checked on West Death Mountain, and hasn't made his way back up there yet. So this would be a good opportunity for Pika to get some sort of advantage. Man, if I had a bottle, I would certainly buy a potion there. Oh goodness, Pika, making me nervous. tstew had 2 out of his 3 hearts full when he was on Death Mountain. Then he talked to the fairy to refill up his life, and Pika just walking around with 2 hearts here. But yeah, Pika has found GT, which is a great find, and he gets the cape in one of the 2 chests that he can open right now. So well, we'll see. By the time we can actually do something in GT, we might have much easier access to it. Like the flute would be great. As good seeds so far. We've got a moon pearl in the front of desert and the mirror on the desert torch. There's a big key on top of Spectacle Rock. I have to imagine that Pika's gonna go ahead and check the Dark World entrances while he's up here. tstew has found the easy side of Super Bunny Cave here. Big Key of Eastern. Nice. Well, if our progression is in Big Chest of Eastern, that would be interesting. But it's likely it's somewhere in the Dark World. We just need tstew to take some more connectors, I think. So I think Pika saw a connector up here. He's going to go back to it. Looks like tstew has his mind set on full clearing the Light World before he does too much to try to get into the Dark World. Wonder if he'll also maybe fake flipper to Zora. And that's an unfortunate other end of that connector at the Village of Outcast Hammer Blocked House. So, certainly curious what Pika's gonna do now. Has he not gone to the castle yet? You know, I don't think we've seen Ganon. I think Ganon is vanilla. Oh, a top of Paradox Cave for tstew. That is a fantastic find. This is 7 items and 2 connectors. Big key of pod there. Pika's about to get the bad news about where the old man connectors go to. But at least it rules out a couple of mirror spots that they don't have to check later. Small key to Castle Tower. Big key to Mire. Small key to Desert. Okay. So, small key to Desert isn't going to be a go mode for tstew no matter what here. Alright, so the middle entrance of Paradox just goes here, and wow, I am shocked that he jumped down and didn't check the bottom, but is he gonna go back to Hyrule Castle, maybe? It doesn't look that way. He's got something on his mind to do it in, Oh. Wow, he's coming back into Eastern just to open the big chest? That seems questionable to me. And maybe he's not thinking about the Moon Pearl or something. Yeah, it was a Castle Tower key. That's marked incorrectly. No, it's not Sewers. Sewers is Hyrule Castle key. Alright, and tstew got his single green rupee out of that Eastern big chest. Now is tstew going back to Dark World? Oh, Pika in Desert, and he's putting it off. Is he gonna go back to it? That's big, because that's where his Moon Pearl is. That's where he needs to go. Going to oh no, tstew is in pod for the moment, which makes perfect sense. This is also a perfectly valid play. Yeah, I'm curious if Pika is going to check the rest of the Eastern area here and then go back in there. I wouldn't even bother going to the warp spot. I would just go straight back to Sasrilla from here. Faster to check the warp later, I think. But Pika's gonna go down there. Yeah, the Brerna for whatever that's worth. I don't think tstew found Laser Bridge yet. I don't remember where that is, but it looks like tstew is gonna go back to Hyrule Castle, so this is good for him. He's gonna get to the Dark World and be able to do lots of stuff. Moon Pearl is on the desert, or no, Moon Pearl is in desert, so Pika's about to get it. Mirror is on the Desert Torch, so we need the boots to do mirror stuff. We've already seen a couple of normal mirror block locations that have been made irrelevant by connectors, though, so tstew not jumping down yet. He's probably going to go right and then come back to that, I would imagine, but we'll see what happens here. Also, we haven't seen the sewers chest checked yet. Yeah, there's really pretty sure we haven't anyway. So Pika did get his Moon Pearl. Yeah, the mirror is on the Desert Torch. Oh, that's where the laser bridge was. T-Stew's got half magic and Cane of Bitterness, so this is going to be a pretty easy for him. And he gets his Swamp Small, which is great, and his Mire Big, I think it was. No, it's the Turtle Rock Big, that's right. So Pika's got his Moon Pearl now, but I'm gonna go ahead and clear out a lot of this stuff that we already saw T-Stew do. Yeah, I wonder if the castle entrances being in the Dark World makes them less excited about checking the sewers chest, because I guess they have blue mail, but the snakes and bats are still going to do a full heart of damage, and they've only got 5 hearts at most to work with. T-Stew finding that Mimic Cave that Peak had already seen as a bunny. It's the non-bunny stuff in Dark World that's really interesting, since Pika's already made all of these checks without the Moon Pearl. That, man. Spiral Cave is probably going to weigh on T-Stew's mind. Pika's getting his big cave Eastern. I can't imagine that he's going to go back there. All we need is one bow and then we can finish Eastern. GT is on Death Mountain. T-Stew did not see GT because he died before he got there. He only checked 2 entrances and GT was the 3rd one. Nice use of the cane there to... The Gibdo's kind of irrelevant. Huh. I think T-Stew was gonna refill his magic, and then when the lift from the hand was available, he thought better of it, and he was just like, nah, get out of here. Half of a magic thing is enough. I didn't see where that other exit of Skullwoods came out, so I don't know if we had the good Skullwoods layout. I have to imagine, based on T-Stew walking around here, that it's the good Skullwoods layout, so... And he's already got a small key to Skullwoods, so he doesn't need to get the Gibdo key here. Fire Rod in Skullwoods. Well, if you're the type of person who likes to wait to do Skullwoods until you have the Fire Rod, this is not your seed. $10. Looks like Pika is going to go ahead and do the sewers chest. This is going to be our first look at it, I believe. And the flippers. Nice death warp for tstew. Oh yeah, Pika making use of that blue cane in oh, really quick chest opening there. Yeah, you don't wanna save and quit there. He's got a death warp and there he goes.
Hello, everyone. That took a lot longer than I expected.
Yeah, I'm glad that I was around to make sure that we had some commentary for the first 42 minutes here. But apparently you've been watching and you have some idea of what's going on.
Yeah. I might have missed the last few minutes. I was still hearing what was going on, but because I was just trying to get everything like once it finally opened up. But yeah, speaking of things finally opening up, it sounds like we've finally got a little bit of progression here with that fire rod.
Yeah. Did tstew go and check the back just now? I feel like you kind of have to.
Yeah, you have to. I didn't see what it was.
Yeah,
but our tracker's saying that, yeah.
Don't imagine it was important. Pika's doing Skullwoods as well, which is great for him because he's going to get his fire rod too. So.
Yeah.
So the Thieves Town entrance and the doorless hut down there are the ones that we're really curious about here. Well, Thieves Town is swamp, which is great.
Yeah.
But, haven't found the dam yet, so we can't do anything there. We do have those flippers we just found a minute ago.
Oh yeah, I did miss that during my setup. Where was that?
The flippers are in Skullwoods.
Oh, okay, so Pika's about to get them.
Yeah.
Along with that fire rod. Yep, and there they are.
So tstew could dip into Ice Palace if he really wants to. I wouldn't really want to if I were him, so I don't blame him for not going in there.
Yep, we get a heart container from the dig game. Only 8 digs. It's nice.
Yeah, 6 heart, kind of a big deal at this point. We're almost 45 minutes in and having only 5 hearts, that's pretty rough on life.
Yeah.
Well, South Dark World apparently has all of the health.
And just a different type of shop at the bomb shop.
Yeah, I think the only real new information we're going to get right here is the Hype Cave entrance, because Pika checked the other stuff as a bunny. It's the top of
That is not terribly hype at all. That item is not hype either. Oh yes, that's true. It could jump down. Probably going to wait on that a little bit.
Yeah. I would think that after tstew checks this area, he's gonna swim over to the pod area. But we'll see what he decides to do.
Yeah, that's
Is tstew not going to check the connector? Oh, maybe he's already seen that? It's possible that he's already seen the house on the west coast of the lake here. But it's interesting. Oh, and Pika is gonna go right through Spiral Cave. This is we haven't seen where this comes out, and it is an item, so it's interesting. But he didn't do that South Dark World stuff. He might head back to the South Dark World through some other means, though.
And we're going to get to see a few more entrances over at Dark Shopping Mall. We find Sick Kid, but we still don't have a single bottle. 47 minutes into the seed.
Yeah, we really don't have a heck of a lot 47 minutes in.
No, those flippers do provide some more access to areas that they haven't been able to get to. Yeah. Gina not providing the goods.
Wonder if Pika seemingly is gonna probably do all of the flippers checks right here. Yeah, that does sound right, Dazed. That's where Hyrule Castle is.
Yeah, that's right. And we don't even have a glove to get some of these checks. You had to leave that one spot at Dark. Oh, but Hobo with the hammer.
That is a big deal. You'd have to think that tstew is gonna get there before too long.
Yeah, he's probably.
I wonder if Pika's gonna. Just gonna say, I was wondering if Pika's gonna prioritize going back to Mimic Cave now.
I mean, probably makes more sense to just stick on your route.
Well, I mean, he's gonna finish the Zora stuff, but after that, I don't know what his plan is. So.
Oh, and we find the other entrance to top of Speck Rock Cave, and I'm thinking, judging by the fact that he just immediately turned around, I think they must have seen the bottom of that cave before.
Ega 1 is dead. Ega 2 is blocking. I don't want to say Ega 1 is completely dead yet. There's still some scenarios where it could be required, maybe. But mostly for the super bomb, I think. Actually, I don't even know if that's possible. Anyway, Ega 2 is blocking the Ganon. Oh, lamps on the pyramid.
Yeah. So now all of the progression items are showing up. We got that. Well, actually, the lamp doesn't really unlock much once you have a fire rod. It's more just for logic.
Yeah, Pika's gonna go ahead and finish Hera here. He's got the hammer, which makes Fighter's Sword Moldor much more tolerable. Got a mini Moldor cave find though.
With the Thieves Town Big Key, another heart container, and a piece of heart, which for tstew will be yet another heart container. So that was That puts him in much better position to be heading into dungeons again. Have we seen Thieves Town yet? I don't think we have.
No, we have not. But we do have, between the two of them, the small key, the big key, and the hammer. So we've got the tools to full clear between the two. It's the other end of Super Bunny, but we've already seen that. Oh god, Pika almost fell down the middle hole. Not having the best of times with Moldorm so far.
Oh, and the
Well,
boot.
that's a really big deal.
Yeah.
Because not only are they the boots that make us go fast and stuff, but they also give us the mirror on the Desert Torch.
That, yeah, and I feel like, I guess Pika's going to just finish out the Zora area, but after this, I've got to figure he's going to be heading straight to... Oh, and, Kiki the Scam Artist, not a scam, blocking a dungeon like usual, only this time it's Misery Mire.
Yeah, tstew right on Pika's heels here. He's gonna go ahead and get that that hammer and that and his boots eventually, I imagine.
Yep. And we see the wrong side of Ice Cave.
Mire's at the pod entrance.
Corrected, Mire. Yeah, Mire's at pod entrance because that was.
It is.
Yeah, that was the side that didn't have the mirror. Or, well, no, neither of them have the mirror just yet. But yeah, that was at pod. And yes, Pika is, as I expected, going straight back to Desert Palace.
I don't remember. He did check both of the exits to Desert. I don't remember if one of them was interesting, if he's going to want to take one of those immediately, or if he's going to... Nope. Nope. Yes, yeah. Yes, he's going to go ahead and go out one of the other exits right away.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is our,
Oh, I would go through that connector right there after checking this, I think. Well, he's going to check the rest of this part of Death Mountain, I guess, anyway. I think I would have gone through the connector to see if it took you to Floating Island, but this is 4 entrances. Still, getting Floating Island would have taken us to these entrances eventually anyway, so...
Pika decides he wants that information on the ledge and gets a Turtle Rock map.
It's good. It's something we didn't already know. We do have quite a bit of crystal and pendant information.
tstew is heading up the Tower of Hera, so he will have his boots before long.
Pika's gonna head right back to the Dark World here. This is really an ideal kind of sequence because he can go ahead and do the mirror checks. Does he have a glove? He doesn't have a glove.
He
Pika.
doesn't. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like went for it and then was like, oh yeah, I need a glove for that. It's one of those things that you normally don't think about in a lot of modes because the mire area is normally mid-locked anyway, and even in inverted, your light world access is like always glove locked no matter what you do, even if you're going AGA. But in entrance rando and in the combo randomizer, when you can get into mire via Super Metroid, you sometimes forget, oh yeah, I still need a glove for checkerboard no matter how I got here.
So, we found Type Cave at the desert main entrance there. Didn't have a whole lot of hype. Best thing in it was a GT small key. We got the Skullwoods map, but that's useless.
Yeah. But yeah, with the actually there's really not that much more of GT that they can get to at the moment.
Well, not
Well,
logically.
not
They could full
logically,
clear
yeah.
the left side with the hammer and the
Yeah.
boots, and it's not really tough. Oh, we've got the Blind's Hut here too as well. So,
Money, sticks. Oh, there's the GT big key.
oh, we were gonna need that at some point since we have to climb GT.
Yeah. But that doesn't really unlock anything else in GT at the moment either, unless you take that whole out of logic left side dip to the big chest, because you need a bow to start climbing the tower.
Yeah, so not surprising to see Pika follow into Hyrule Castle again here, and we'll get to mirror on top of the bumper ledge, and then start doing all the mirror checks in the Dark World.
Yeah.
As well as Pika still needs to do the Salt Dark World checks that require the Moon Pearl. So
Oh, and there's that small key to mire. Thing about mire small keys is that they're not logically required to beat the dungeon, but they are logically required for the 2 fire-locked chests.
yeah.
Speaking of mire, we've got mire shed with the pod key.
I would imagine that Pika might dip back into pod when he gets to it in his traversal around the Dark World here. Oh, that was a really unfortunate mirror bog right there. Looks like tstew made the same decision as Pika, deciding to jump down. I don't think we'd seen the other end of Bumper Cave. It's kind of interesting that neither of them decided to go through it. I would have gone through to see if it took me up to Floating Island.
tstew doesn't have that map. I mean, that cape. So it wasn't really an option for him.
Oh, well, fair enough. I don't remember where the cape was.
I forgot. I mean, I've remembered seeing it, but I can't quite remember where. Now we're gonna get that Mimic Cave check. And Mimic Cave with the goods. That's our Master Sword.
No, Cape was not in pod. They've done the same checks in pod at this point.
Yeah, pod had our other invincibility item.
tstew making the same plays that Pika just made, so he's gonna find those same big item caves and get that same stuff. Mostly a GT big and a GT small, I think. So Pika, there you go. It's like you never did the digging game, buddy, and he almost forgot it, which I don't think there's anything important here, but...
No, it's just a convenience item. It's a full heart.
Oh yeah, that's right, there was a full heart here, and then a full heart
and then another one that's at Stumpy. Yeah, this was the health corner. Oh, and we've got our Dark World map check. I saw crystals at Meyer and T-Rock.
Not really surprising, based on how many pendants we had already found.
Yep, and there's Pika, found his way into Paradox Cave, getting that pod big.
That pod big is a great find for Pika right now. Since he's got that extra pod small, he could head back in there, and he can even get to the big chest. With a bomb jump, of course, but anyone who's still in this tournament at this point pretty much is capable of hammer jumping.
Yeah.
tstew getting roughed up just a little bit.
Pika bombs into the Ice Rod Cave and finds yet just another entrance to
Well, he came out of that entrance. He knew what was there.
Oh, yeah, he came out of that. Yeah, that's how he got there. So yeah, we're just gonna have the runners going over each other's tracks for a little bit.
Yeah. I don't believe we've seen these bonk racks right here that Pika's about to check, or did we see them? He did not check them, unless he's gonna go there afterwards, after this.
Yeah, I don't think we have seen them yet. He's probably, yeah, he's gonna head there next. And it's a basic shop.
So Pika's gonna see the other entrance of Spectacle Rock here. Kind of curious to see if he follows it. I'm guessing he's gonna go over to the east and get his lamp that's on the pyramid. as well as being able to mirror on top of the pyramid to check the top of the castle. You haven't seen anything up there yet.
Tstew grabbing his master sword, so we're all evened up on swords again. And it's looking like we're pretty even on everything right now.
Pika didn't take a look before he went up here, so if there's anything up here that requires the lamp, then be kind of unfortunate. But that's kind of unlikely.
Oh, and we find Sahasrara, confirming the green pendant on DP, which we already knew. And we get another sword.
Oh, tstew has found his way up to Death Mountain, which is good for him because he died up here earlier and didn't get to check most of these entrances. And
oh
now
yes, this is where the cape was.
Ah,
yep,
right.
There it is. Yeah, right before he got it, I'm like, wait, that's where it was. It was in the Hope Room.
So
And
tstew can go ahead and do the full left side if he wants
Yeah.
to sequence break it. I would kind of expect him to. Right, he's got his
Yeah.
hammer out, so.
And I think what one or maybe two of these chests is actually in logic.
Just. Oh, he's.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Just the map chest, where the double firebar room. That's the only one that's in
I
logic.
knew that one was. I forgot if there was another chest before logic ran out. But ooh, we get an ice rod, an ice key, big key that is, and yeah, the rest was kind of junk. But Ice Palace big key and the ice rod is a very nice find.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that tstew could find over here would be the Canis Maria. Because what's almost certainly going to happen for Pika is he's going to finish his route at Meyer and probably dip into it. So if tstew is able to get the cane before he even dips into Meyer, that would be extremely helpful for him.
And we find our first bottle of the race in the fire snake chest. Yeah, you could theoretically do try next now, but it would take a really tough hover. And oh, another bottle. And the sewers key.
Yeah, there wasn't anything of interest in Hyrule Castle, so they've both full cleared Hyrule Castle at this point, and it's not like that's putting anything of interest in logic. We need Samaria to put a block on the switch in the bottom of Meyer.
And we're getting this, we're gonna probably be seeing the ice armor check. And there's Samaria in Bob's chest. So with, so that's gotta be logically locked behind the hook shot.
Yeah, it sure does, because you can't do the right side without the Samari, so...
Yeah.
You know what's going to be amazing is when the hookshot is in Mire. Which means that a Mire double dip would have been logically required.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, he didn't use Burna, but that was a pretty quick sword beam fight there.
Any more progression back here? Oh, we've got the logical fourth key, because logically that is locked behind 3 keys.
Yeah, the book is a nice, convenient find
And
too.
yes, and also that book, which does open up the tablets.
He'll be checking that ether soon, I'm sure, since he's up on Death Mountain already. And going ahead and doing the right side makes perfect sense.
Oh, of course.
Let's the big thing that tstew would like to see, I'm sure, still is a bow, so that he can just go ahead and climb GT at some point here. But we'll see if that happens.
Yeah. So with no hook shot, he'd have to either hover, or there is a very interesting bomb jump that can be done to and we get a pod key. So one of our pod keys is, well, I guess in from what we saw with the Samaria location, is still logically locked behind the hook shot and that 4th GT small.
tstew, he's probably had better rooms here than this one. Let's say that much.
Yeah.
At this point, just kill him. Sahasrara, was he top of the castle? Maybe.
There's Mire small and a Skullwood small. Nothing that great. And tstew is going to grab that small key, so he won't even have to deal with the mini Helmas once he's climbing the tower. And yes, Sahasrara was at the right side of top of the castle. And Pikapals finished his dip into Mire and hasn't really gotten anything to show for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think there was anything too great in there. Pika hasn't opened up the right side of desert yet, so I think that's his first priority.
Yeah, because they did pick up that desert small. And we're going to get to see that big key on Spectacle Rock, or has Pika already gotten that? I don't think he's been back up to Death Mountain since picking up the mirror.
No, Pika hasn't been back up here.
That is Desert Palace. So when tstew heads back in, he'll be able to full clear that front.
Yeah. Well, tstew's already done everything except for the big chest.
Yeah, that is true. But
here is a new check, and it's Hookshot Cave, which is certainly a good find.
It's a new connector, and it's 1 item more if you can hover.
Oh, Pika is heading back to Death Mountain right here. So he's gonna probably clear GT and get all that same stuff that
And we've
T-Stew
also
did.
got that Ether Medallion, which we... Yep, and that's our floating island. Which brings us the big key to Skullwoods.
That's kind of too bad, big key pickups in a row right there. Skullwood's just the chest, and Desert is a green pendant boss.
Yeah, that's right. That is not required. And this fairy the waterfall fairy fountain has bees. And I was about to ask why they hadn't looked at the Turtle Rock medallion, but then I remembered we're still multiple glove upgrades away from actually being able to open that entrance. Meanwhile, we've found Thieves Town. It had that last GT small that we were looking for. So now the only thing left to put all this great stuff in logic is the hook shot. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if that's in here too.
Probably the most interesting item stuff that happened in this seed was the Moon Pearl being in the free chest in the front of Desert, and the mirror being on the Desert torch. Then I guess the flippers were in the front of Skullwoods.
Yes, flippers and fire rod were like back-to-back chests in the front of Skullwoods.
Yeah, the hammer was at the hobo, and the boots were on Moldorm, and Hera was in the waterfall. So, some interesting, interesting order of things required for progression.
The TT Big is... Oh, we saw it. Nope, I've forgotten. Because it was a little while ago.
Yeah, I thought Pika was gonna have it.
The sewer key isn't really that important because they've gotten to the back already, and with the lamp they can get to the Dark Cross. Yeah, you gotta go slightly longer way around in Thieves Town when you don't have the glove.
So Pika is also not using his cane, triggering some people in chat.
And we've got another Turtle Rock Small in the Maiden's chest. That puts us up to 3, which is pretty much more than you'll ever need in Crosskeys. Unless you really get trolled with some of those locations. Pikapals is, of course, going to follow with that right side play.
Ganon is at the pyramid. Sanctuary's at the ferry drop. Nothing interesting behind AO1. I don't know why that's relevant. Pika's also picking up this key. I don't know why they're coming to pick it up with this key. It's definitely slower than killing the mini Helmas. But
Who knows?
anyway, Pika's probably going to do a lot of the stuff that tstew just did, except he's not going to be able to complete Thieves Town. We did not see our hookshot in there. So... the well is at the sanctuary, so we're still waiting on a glove before we can do that.
And we find a fetch quest in the first chest of Turtle Rock. The shovel.
I'm a little surprised that tstew decided to come to the front of Turtle Rock instead of just going and killing Trinex. It seems like the obvious play, and because that would take you to the front.
Yeah. Yes, that is good point. It would be a time save there. But I guess he wants to finish up these items.
I don't think Pika's a hover. He can prove me wrong if he wants to. He's not going to, though.
No.
Yes, hook is necessary for logic.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be necessary for the runners, too, anyway.
Yeah.
Because a bouncer, I think tstew has had some very interesting races because of bouncing, if I'm recalling correctly. Or is that tstew? Maybe that was Zelda or something. That was Zelda. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was the first of the back-to-back races for Zelda where his go mode was in Moldorm 2's chest. And yep, we have gotten our check on what is required to get into the T-Rock entrance. It is the Bombos medallion. So the one medallion we've found does not open either of those two entrances. But it still need a couple of gloves to be able to pop that open anyway.
That was an interesting route through the switch room in Turtle Rock there. Can't say I've seen anyone do it quite like that.
Are going to see a Trinex fight with Master Sword and Hammer and half magic. It looks like he's using the hammer strats.
Yeah, tstew hasn't been to the top of the pyramid since he got his mirror, so he does not have that tempered sword yet.
Yeah, that was in the back of Sahasrara's hut, which was on top of Hyrule Castle. But down goes phase 1 of Trinex. He is pulling that hammer back out. Oh, and he's got it.
Yeah, he was a little reckless with the health there, but it turned out okay in the end.
And it's just 10 arrows.
Not entirely sure where Pika's headed next. I would imagine probably to Turtle Rock. That would make the most sense. But,
It's definitely a
see.
possibility, but
oh, here's that pod check that I was anticipating a while back. We can do a whole lot of the back of this. There's nothing in here that's in logic right now, but if we've got all these checks available to us.
2 keys for him, 3 for no, I've got to figure it's
yeah, I don't think
he had
I
a
don't.
third as well, right?
Yeah, he must have had a third. tstew's
Yeah.
tracker is not correct there.
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't technically in logic because they simplify the logic for cross keys, so even if something is that would be required to get either the bow or the hammer, in this case the bow, or well, both bows really, are locked by something in the 4 key area that doesn't allow it to be accessed with only 3.
tstew is still not in the right spot. He's gonna fail, I think. Oh, maybe. Oh, wow. Clutch.
Yep, and we get the Quake Medallion. That's another check. Because that is the Meyer entrance
Yeah, that
medallion.
is an entrance that's way out of logic right now. Like 3 pod keys away from being in logic.
Yeah, that's true, and we've found most of the necessary entrances. And he is going to make that check right away.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have a whole lot else on his mind to do, so I don't necessarily blame him, but
and it was convenient.
This is not where the game wants us to go. I think the game wants us to beat Meyer. That seems like a good idea.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
Oh, hey, it's Agapeller.
Aga 1 found. Yeah, and with that 1 small key and the lamp, this second item is in logic.
Well, Except for the fact that Quake is way out of logic.
Oh, well, yeah, Quake was out of logic. Well, it wasn't anything anyway.
Oh, beating Meyer isn't the logical answer, of course, because we are still blocked by the hookshot for that, so...
Yeah, because pretty much everything in this seed is logically behind that hookshot, which begs the question, where's the hookshot?
Yeah. If I were tstew, though, I wouldn't care. I would want to just get to Meyer whenever I can so that I can full clear it because it is a crystal dungeon. So. I don't think we've seen the dam yet. So we know where swamp is, and we can do a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, we're thinking about where that hookshot could be. They already had that mirror, and Desert Big was the one just sitting on top of Spectacle Rock. Could this seed really be asking the runners to triple tip the front of Desert? I mean, could it really be that big chest?
Oh yeah.
This seed.
We've also seen the back of Desert, and beating landmolls is in logic too.
Logic, and it's actually 2 checks.
Right.
Because
I wouldn't be surprised if one of these 3 desert checks.
There goes tstew going for that big chest.
Well, he seems like he's on the right track here, so that's good.
Let's see. Is it triple dip the front of Desert? Nope. But yeah, back of Desert does seem like a quality play at this moment. And looks like tstew is finally going to show us what is on the other side of Bumper Cave.
I don't think there's anywhere relevant that this can go. Oh, you know what? Right here. Oh, I was going to say if that took us to the Dark World spot right there on the other side of that rock, then we could have mirrored to the Light World spot.
Yeah.
That's a tricky connector spot that can still be relevant that you don't think of sometimes, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. And we are over an hour and a half into the seed and do not even have the single glove upgrade. This seed is being nasty to the runners.
Gloveless seeds are fun.
They are.
It's not necessarily required as long as ice is our 3rd pendant. We really don't know what our 3rd pendant is going to be yet.
Yes, that's true. It's Ice Palace is another one of those ones that it's so easy to forget that you still need a glove even when you can get into it without the mitts.
Not really sure what tstew is looking for.
I don't know, he's probably got some location in mind.
I don't know if he's checked this connector already.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have seen... Yeah, vanilla back of Desert was a multi-item cave. That was the back-to-back, both of those Desert entrances that they had to mirror to were one of them was Hype Cave and the other was Blind's Hut. Yes. And Sick Kid, we've seen the Sick Kid check, haven't we? Well, it's a piece of heart. But yeah, I'm not sure where tstew is going. I suspect these runners are, well, I'm not as familiar with playing the game, so I don't really know how these trackers work. Is there like a way to mark which things are in logic and which things you sequence broke to?
Oh,
They're
like
not.
as far as item-wise?
Yeah. Yeah.
There are some ways that some people handle that, but
Yeah, because at this point, it's got to be getting tough just to keep track of where that hook shot can still logically be, because they've got so much stuff off of that sequence break.
These are still things that they haven't done. I think this is where the Thieves Town Big was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, Pika just picked up his Thieves Town Big, and tstew is going to be getting his tempered sword momentarily.
So I have to imagine that Pika is going to head back to Thieves Town after he finishes clearing this area. Oh wait,
Yeah.
what? Didn't Pika go into Mire before? How did he go into Mire and not go into that cave? That's weird. Did he forget it?
Which cave?
He didn't do Mini Moldarm Cave before, which was right in this pod area. And
must have just forgotten it.
Yeah, I mean I recently cost myself really terribly in a Crosskeys race by forgetting that cave. Not even like I did last night. Forgot some other caves. But yeah, Pika's gonna go ahead and beat Vitreous, which we know is not the answer, but it makes perfect sense to do it since it is a crystal dungeon.
Yeah. Well, it's an answer, but yeah, it's not going to set the logic correct.
Yeah, it depends on how bad Pika wants that hook shot. We know as the commentators that Swamp is a pendant, so if Pika is capable of doing the Moldarm bounce, which people have in chat have said he is, that means that he doesn't necessarily need the hook shot, depending on where the required items are.
Yeah, I mean that we could have our second bow. No, we need one bow just to get up there, so bow can't be the item can't be a required item in Moldarm 2 chest. Yeah, I don't think anything in Moldarm 2's chest can be required, because you need unless, is there an entrance we're still missing?
Yeah, we need to find... Oh, wait. Apparently, tstew has found the back of Skullwoods. I don't remember seeing that. I don't really trust that that's marked correctly. Because I don't remember seeing Skullwoods.
Yeah, I don't...
Well, needing mitts just for the back of Skullwoods is something that we went through last night, too. That's funny.
Yeah, because Yes, I mean, we've got all of our big keys. Except for swamps, but that's just a fetch quest item. And we do get confirmation on Pikapal's side that Eastern is a crystal.
I'm not a Pokemon fan or anything, but I love that Pokeball on the map sprite.
Yep. So now for us, we just need to find out which is our options for the last pendant are either pod or ice. And tstew just picked up the map of pod, so with another map check, we could get our answers.
Yeah, I think Pika already has all the relevant maps too, so if he did a map check in the Dark World, that would get us the same info. I'm a little surprised that Pika didn't jump down there and... Oh, he's already seen that last entrance. He just checked that other one. I missed what was there, though, because the feed was synchronizing. It seems like Pika's stream is dropping a lot for me here.
Yes, same here. He's taking a connector.
Oh, Pika's gonna go ahead and do Thieves Town. That's the very logical play for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Thieves Town's definitely a good play. It's a 5/6 crystal, and you can full clear it.
They both deep DP. In fact, tstew double dipped DP. He went back into Eastern just to check the big chest, even though he could have already been in Dark World at that point. I thought it was a really interesting play.
And tstew successfully powders the anti-fairy, and we'll have almost full health going into Vitreous. Yeah, we found EP so early that I had almost forgotten that we had found EP. And Vitreous dropping just a full heart container. No, he did not. In fact, due to the continued lack of gloves, he actually got TT Big Chest before the Maiden's Chest, because with no gloves, you kind of have to take the long way. You'll probably see Pika do the same. And on tstew's side, we are going to finally get the Landmo check.
It almost has to lead to hookshot, or something leading to hookshot, I guess.
Yeah, there's, I mean, a single glove would help quite a bit because we still cannot get those items from, I believe we decided that the well was at the sank drop down.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's 5 items. And I think there are some other, isolated items that require it. There's Checkerboard Cave. Or the Checkerboard Cave entrance.
Yeah, there's a few
Yeah.
gloves entrances
Yeah,
that
and
we
there's
haven't
a bunch
seen.
of entrances.
But then there's also the
Well,
spike cave.
yeah. Well, Landmo itself didn't have it, but that green pendant could be worth something, turning in on Sahasrara. We're probably going to see tstew head right back over to the pyramid.
I don't think we've seen this shovel check yet, so that's also interesting.
I believe you're correct, but what will it be? It's a key! It's a pod key!
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, that's... the logic says that you need that, but we checked all of the things that are only locked by 4. The only, well, I don't know if you can even call it big thing, but the only real thing there was, locked by all 6 keys, right?
Yeah, it's really got to be Ice Palace at this point.
Yeah, or this shovel check. Not the shovel check, it's Ice Palace. Probably. Where is tstew heading?
Not really sure, but I don't think he's...
Into
Going
the
to-
mire area, checks it. Pod is our last pendant.
Oh, I think tstew is probably going to... he's probably going to Ice Palace. I think that this is the most direct route there.
Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, no, I think he forgot which way he's going. Oh, I don't think we've seen Dark Cross yet.
No, Pika did it. It didn't
Pika
have
did
anything
do it?
interesting.
It didn't have anything? Okay.
But I guess tstew still hadn't done it. Doesn't feel good doing Dark Cross almost 2 hours in, though. I think going into Ice is the play. I would expect Pika to do Desert first, probably, but at this point, if I'm tstew, I definitely go into Ice, and we'll see if that's the choice he makes or not.
But yeah, I just we didn't actually really have much of any progression in the back of Pod. What was at the Vanilla Mire entrance? Because I know we found the Quake medallion back there. But I don't remember. There was something there.
I wouldn't say that Pika has the lead necessarily. Is tstew going to check the big chest? I guess so.
Oh, yeah,
That
Vanilla
makes
Mire
sense,
was
too.
Hype Cave, and I'm pretty sure that had something. Oh yeah, Book was definitely... Oh no, Book was part of that miss in the back of Oh, wow! The big key to Swamp Palace was in the big chest of Skull Woods. That is about as key sanity fetch quest as you can get.
I mean, it's great to have that key before we even find the dam, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Alright, T-Stew's making the play.
yeah.
You could have done this a while ago. They both had the fire rod when they found Ice Palace, so they could have come in here. Oh, they do have all the big keys. So, let's see. Pot is our last pennant. So we do need a glove to beat the game, and a bow, and that's it.
Glove, a bow, and a hook shot.
Oh, right. Yeah, we need a hook shot just for Moldorm 2.
Yeah,
so if they can Moldorm bounce, then
yeah, Moldorm bounce or hover, but I don't think either of them can hover. They probably would have done so in Hookshot Cave by now. Oh, and we see that they're not going to need that Bombos medallion because Pika just walked out of the front entrance of Turtle Rock.
Oh yeah, and we probably need the mitt still to find Skullwoods, unless Skullwoods is maybe at the Pyramid Fairy location. No, it's not. It's because that's 5-6 crystal. So yeah, that's not the case. And we haven't found anything of note in ice yet. We're running out of locations. I think the best thing to see would just be a bow. Oh, there's a glove.
There's a glove.
Yeah, so that glove, after this, after finishing ice here, I would want to check all the glove locations right away to see if we can find Skullwoods.
Yeah, I mean, the glove has to be your progression at this point.
I would not go back for that chest if I were T-Stew. That's gonna be a last location kind of thing. Oh yeah, we need to find. We don't need the dam. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Only if there is something in Swamp that's required. We don't. That chest just does not seem like a high priority to me. That last chest in ice. I would go and
No,
check.
yeah, yeah. There's so many better locations.
Well, T-Stew's going back in. This is a play. He seems to be thorough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. At that
Witness,
point, with Icebreaker, you're probably just as close to that chest if once you enter as you were back there.
I don't know. I would just I would rather go look for Skullwoods.
Oh, I mean, I agree. There are much better places you could be looking.
Kind of some weird sync right there.
Oh, and Pika tries to lift the rock, remembers that he doesn't have a glove. T-Stew does have a glove, and this was a waste of time.
Pika is gonna have to not route this ideally because of his keys, but he'll survive. No, Pika, don't! Don't do this bomb jump! You don't have a key. That is rough.
And just remembered that and is going to bomb jump right on back.
But we haven't seen Bombos checked yet, have we? Could have checked that a while ago. It's just a heart.
Well, yeah, it's not that it's really ever going to be required once you've got a connector, but oh, and we found that big chest of turtle rock. It was glove locked.
Yeah, T-Stew is heading right off to do the glove block locations in the southeast here. Makes perfect
Yep.
sense. Where is Pika? Oh, Pika's walking all the way back to check this thing. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, we also had sick kids still to check.
I think Pika checked it already.
Okay. That might have been the case. I don't recall seeing it, but
We see the correct side of Ice Rod Cave. It's just 50 rupees.
there's got to be something here. Not necessarily here. There could be something at the bottom of Bumper Cave still, and then I think we have access to Hookshot Cave as well. Those are the only two things. Oh, and Catfish, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the well. Right, Dazed.
Yeah. The
Good.
well is at Sank. And that is... Yes.
That's
and
super
yeah,
easy.
checkerboard is another entrance that we can check.
That's true. That's true. That's another one. Yeah, the well is definitely a high priority as far as items, but the locations are also still high priority here because we need to find that Skullwoods.
Yep. And speaking of item locations, tstew is going to give us a catfish check. It is another one guaranteed item spot that is glove locked. And Quakefish is no good.
That's definitely the first time we've seen catfish. Neither of them had a glove until just a couple minutes ago. Can't blame for tstew for saving quitting and going straight to the well here.
Yep, 5 items. Red rupee. Hera small key. Another pod key. Bloopy and the Ice Palace compass. That is not what they wanted to see here.
We've got a couple, 3 more locations to check.
Yeah, but yeah, the only thing that really unlocked was the basement of Hera.
Yeah,
and I mean, another pod's key is just like, yeah. What is at the lumberjack spot? Because I missed the very beginning of this race.
Nothing. I think it was the thief drop down.
Okay, and they were able, and it was, yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't the thief drop down. The thief drop down was the castle, but there wasn't anything. I think it was the uncle actually.
Yeah, actually, I think you are right. I think I did manage to see that. So that is like the best thing to see at lumberjack, because that way you can actually get the items without even. Yeah, we are missing a pod key, but they can just like, I mean, you can always just bomb jump to get to the dark maze.
Yeah, I like Pikapals play here better. Going to the other glove lock locations.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, well, no, I mean, you still can't get to Helma even with the mimic clip, because there's still the statue in the back. But yeah, with the 2 keys, he's probably going to get a harmless Hellway, and if it happens to actually have the bow, then he'd be able to finish this. But it's not really that high value check anyway, and Pikapals has found the back of Skull.
Right. That's probably bigger news.
Yeah. And it was glove locked. It was the bottom of Bumper Cave.
Looks like tstew is gonna head towards the checkerboard cave check first.
And we find our last bottle on Mothula.
Yeah, so I don't think Pika did the front chest yet. He'll go back in for that. Where is that bow now? I think that's the biggest thing we're missing.
The bow and that hook shot, and I'm just thinking, I mean, the fire rod was early enough, and the Ice Palace was not locked by that, Of course hookshot is missing. We're going to have at least one bow in the back of Swamp Palace. And the other is probably going to be bow locked.
I think there has to be something at Hookshot Cave at this point.
Yeah. Well, we don't know that. I mean, like I said, that Skullwoods was in logic without that hookshot, correct?
Yeah, no, by Hookshot Cave, I mean the Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about, doesn't necessarily have to be, because despite all the confusing logic breaks that we've seen here, I think Big Bomb is in logic.
Yeah.
I know it's possible. I think it's in logic. That could be our answer as well.
Yeah. At this point, what I would expect to see is the dam at either Hookshot Cave or the Pyramid Ferry. And then we can get our bow out of swamp.
Yeah. Or our vanilla hookshot out of swamp. And then, yeah, the bow out of the back of swamp.
Pika gonna do
the... Yeah. Hera Basement is another one-off location that could be a big item. And tstew is picking up the big bomb.
He is. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a flute, so he's gonna have to do some shenanigans to get the bomb down there. He doesn't have to do shenanigans logically. Like this isn't logic, and there are ways to do it. But
yeah.
Oh, okay. He's not doing shenanigans. He's just gonna walk the bomb down to the portal. That's fine.
Yeah, that works.
Well, this is a play, and I'm curious to see what Pika's gonna do next. He might head over to well, oh, he hasn't checked the glove block spots at the shopping mall, so he'll do that. You can't save and quit with the bomb. It's not a thing. It would really make super bomb logic a lot less interesting if you could just save and quit with it. But there's a lot of funny stuff that you have to do with it to actually transport it sometimes. Yeah, so it seemed like for a second there that Pikapals had retaken the lead because he did Skullwoods first, but now he's checking things that tstew's already checked, so we know that these things aren't the answer.
Yep, and let's see, what is behind the big bomb? Nothing of progression.
Yeah, I don't think that was worth the run up there.
Yeah, tstew will pick up his upgrades.
So, is it Hookshot Cave entrance? Is that the only thing that's left?
I think so, yeah. Unless there's Hookshot Cave entrance, or is there like any other thing that could be like? Have we found Spike Cave yet? Is it possible that we just need to get an item out of that? Yeah, or there's an item in Hera Basement.
Yeah. Oh, those are two things that are outstanding. Yep. The weight of Venus probably just depends on the world she's in, I guess. I don't know. That is interesting that happened, I suppose. You didn't miss anything, Terry. You just missed them checking some locations that didn't really amount to a whole lot. Yeah, they are right on each other's heels here. Pretty interesting. I think this is gonna come down to execution, GT, climb.
Yeah, we are getting that check of the Hookshot Cave entrance. It is nothing.
Oh wow. So tstew is stuck. It's gotta be Hera Basement or Spike Cave. There's one of those two.
Yeah, I don't even remember where Spike Cave was. Did we see it in like the opening minutes or something?
No. It wasn't that long ago. Oh, I think that's what Pikapals is doing right now. Actually.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So if this is the answer, then Pika is right there.
Yeah, Pika is going for that Spike Cave check. Is this our hook shot? Or possibly bow, but...
So this is why
so much has been locked behind the hook shot. And it is not either of those things.
It's got to be Hera Basement, but still, that was better routing by Pikapals for sure, and that's why you always have to think about your next play in Crosskeys.
Yep, and tstew is going for Hera Basement.
So who wants to predict what's going to be downstairs here? Could be a bow, a hookshot, or a mitt.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, so much was locked behind that hookshot, but right, it could just be more of a runaround. I mean, if Bo is down here, it is actually possible that Hookshot has just been sitting in Mini Helma room, and there is the bow. They can clear the last crystal dungeon now. Did this seed... If Hookshot is in Mini Helma room all along...
So here's my
prediction. That doesn't need... That just needs the bow and the... basically, that doesn't need any of the small keys. So the fact that there was a small key in... behind our Ice Armos wouldn't block it from being up there. If this seed wanted us to start the climb, to get the hook shot, to get the stuff from the bottom of the cave.
Okay, CCX.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
So what's happening right now, I think, is if the hook shot is on Armos, I think tstew wins. But does anyone know if tstew is comfortable with doing a Moldorm bounce or or if he's ever hovered or anything? Because if not, I think that Pika wins if the hookshot is not here.
Yeah, because we know that it's...
Because I don't think that tstew is going to climb without the hookshot if he's not comfortable doing it without. The tstew is not go-moding.
It's not really go-moding it. It's they've already cleared everything except for the boss.
So yeah, he's go-moding his 0 checks.
Yeah, Pikapals did not go back in to pick up this chest here, but that's right on the way. This is the moment of truth. If hookshot is here, we find go mode. It's a map to Tower of Hera.
Big question for tstew right now. Does he have some plan for climbing GT? And if not, is he going to climb GT right now, or is he going to do something like go back to pod? He looks like he's going back up to Death Mountain, so this is awful that the only access to Death Mountain is by going through the old man cave repeatedly. I mean, it's not the only access, but most convenient. If this is the most convenient access, that's here.
Yeah, this has been a pretty trolly. Yeah, that's what I was saying. With
oh wow,
it can be in Mini Helma room. It can't be in it can't be in that the last chest right before Moldorm 2, because that is logically locked by all 4 GT Smalls, and one of the GT Smalls was behind Ice Armos, which is only locked logically behind 3 of them.
So someone was saying that Pikapals is comfortable with the bounce, the Moldorm bounce, but here he is back in pod, so apparently he's not that comfortable with it. Either that or he doesn't realize that he's just Moldorm bounce away from go mode. This is very curious.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But it seems most likely that hookshot is upstairs GT. Or, you know what would be the most fun is if the mitts are upstairs GT, and then you have to go and get the hookshot through something that's mitts blocked, maybe by finding the dam and then getting your hookshot out of the swamp.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that this play Pikapals is making is not the answer, because I'm almost certain that at least one of those pod smalls has been locked by the gross stuff that was behind
the hookshot.
Yeah, the hookshot in GT.
Yeah, that's a good point. So you're right that sometimes in people who say you don't really need to pay attention to logic and cross keys are right often, but this is a good time to know your logic, because this is a point when you would want to know that your hookshot cannot be here.
Yeah, I mean, logic is just a suggestion in Rando, but in all key sanity, sometimes you have to, like, sometimes you can forget which times you broke the key logic, and if that means that your go mode item, it cannot actually be somewhere because of the keys.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
either the hookshot is upstairs here, or it's or it'll be the mitts leading to the hookshot.
And French vanilla single arrow over on Helmasaur. And in the mini Helma room, we have 20 rupees. We have the hookshot. This seed's logic was gross.
Yeah. So, Pika made the wrong call there, but he was kind of strictly behind anyway. The only way he was going to catch up was if tstew made some mistakes in the GT climb here. And
I mean, he was like only not even a minute behind, it felt like.
yeah, he wasn't far behind, but it seems like
Yeah.
tstew's climb has been pretty clean. And I doubt that that Pika would have caught up regardless, but still, tstew definitely made the right play, and Pika is now making the right play, but probably too late. We are going to still have a silverless Ganon fight, but I trust that tstew's got it. He's got some potions in reserve. He's got about approximately 80 hearts. And red mail, he'll be okay.
Yeah, it was logically speaking, one of the keys to this dungeon was locked behind the hookshot at the bottom of the dungeon. Yes, along with that Cane of Samaria and I think a few other small keys. Might not have been any required small keys though. I mean, I think there was like a pod small in the basement or something stupid like that, but pod was kind of a dud this seed.
I don't recall a single required thing in pod anywhere. So yeah, it would have been a whole lot different seed for someone if they would have dipped ice as soon as they came across it with the fire rod, because they both had that opportunity very early. And if they would have done that, they would have gotten the glove, and they would have been able to check the well really early, get that Hera small, and then just had to make that play into Hera basement for the bow at some point.
Yeah. Oh.
But
pressing the wrong button for a bit. That wasn't my push to talk.
No, it wasn't. tstew taking down Ganon, so get your GGs in chat. assuming that he's gonna cross this bridge without.
Yeah, I
Too
would
much trouble.
assume so. But yeah, this how long was I pressing the wrong button? But yeah, this seed was just this was ridiculous. I mean, you don't want to go into Ice Palace with no glove. And I think when they first found Ice Palace, they had the fire rod but didn't have hammer yet. So
Yeah, Hammer was in a awkward spot, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, hammer was on Hobo. And neither of them fake flippered to it, so they both waited until they had real flippers out of the front of Skullwoods. Yeah, this playthrough doesn't care that going into IP without a glove to get your first glove is not something most people would do. We still don't even know where the second glove is, and the second bow we found out from Ganon absolutely was Mitz-locked.
Oh, what did he say?
He said with the smiths, so you had to be able to lift that rock to rescue Jeremiah to get your second bow.
Okay. Well, I would guess that the mitts were probably in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, that's right. Since we had Hookshot Go mode, it
Yeah, it's possible the dam was at GT entrance too, I suppose.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
It wouldn't be the first time it's happened.
Yeah. And yeah, what did it say was on the pedestal? Did it say explosions? I think it said explosions. Yeah. I mean, the real comedy would be dam at GT entrance to mitts on pedestal for silver arrows. And Pikapals is done with a time of 2:29:13. GG.
Oh, I see Pikapals is here. GG Pika.
Hey, thanks.
I haven't seen tstew yet. He needed to step away for a second.
Yeah, it looks like it should be here soon.
So someone was saying during the race that you were a Moldorm bounce proficient, but then you went and like cleared out pod after finishing Eastern. So are you comfortable with Moldorm bounce at all, or is it something that you've done? Or
Yeah,
definitely made.
Proficient might be overselling it. It's more able.
Okay.
I can do it, but if I knew where the bomb
that
upgrade,
seed's logic was just
CCX.
gross. I mean,
CCX. Hey,
what do you think of
CCX.
First Glove in Ice Palace and Hookshot up the tower?
yeah, I definitely went up the tower prepared to mold arm bounce, but I wanted to check pod first to see if I could find a hook shot there, because I don't like bouncing with only 10 bombs, and I didn't know where the upgrade fairy was.
GG's, Pikapals.
GG's.
GG's. Yeah, so what did you think about that seed?
That glove was something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys both could have had that glove right about the same time. You both came across Ice Palace with the fire rod in hand, so it was right there for the taking.
I mean, I could have. It's just, yeah, I was considering going to Ice Palace a little earlier because I was thinking that it was a pendant at the time, but realized that it was still maybe a crystal before I actually ended up going in. Then it didn't matter because there was the glove.
Yeah.
By the time I went in, I had nothing else I could logically do. That's
Yeah, I think that was pretty much the case for both of you guys. I mean, speaking of logic, I think that you guys were both well out of logic in the end. And also, by the way, like, we're pretty sure that there was at least one pod small that was logically behind the hook shot. So pod couldn't have even had the hook shot in most of those places that you checked at the end there, Pikapals.
I think maybe not. It was
Yeah,
hard
maybe.
to remember.
Yeah.
But, I mean, with Kane of Samaria being behind the hook shot, and that's what made this logic so gross. Is the not only Moldorm 2, but also that chest right before Moldorm 2 is logically locked by all 4 GT smalls, and with one of those being like in that back area in the behind Ice Armos. That was just like the seed wanted you to go up the tower, get hookshot, come back down to get your last key and that Cane of Samaria. It's just silly. I mean,
otherwise, you guys did a lot of almost exactly the same stuff, really. And some things you're doing at the same time. Some things you were doing, like one was doing one thing, one was doing the other. I think Pikapals probably had to do more backtracking because you got the Moon Pearl later, so you had to walk through the Dark World again after having already bunny walk through there, and you also had to go back to Thieves Town. tstew had the big key to Thieves Town first time up there, so he got to clear it in one go, which makes a difference considering how inconvenient it was to travel to Death Mountain. So
Yeah, Thieves Town was a pretty big goof on my part. I definitely should have had the big key there, but just forgot to check an entrance, and then there it was.
Yeah, I've missed that entrance somewhat recently too. It's kind of weird how that can happen sometimes because it's like right on the way, but yeah. But otherwise, even if you would have Pika, if you would have decided to do the same thing that tstew did and head straight to GT after finishing Eastern, it would have been close. You were still behind, but probably less than a minute behind. So it would have been quite the exciting finish for sure. But either way, still a great race to watch. So you guys don't have a Game 3 scheduled yet. Of course, you didn't know that you needed it until just now. Do you guys have any idea when that might happen?
I'm not sure yet. I'm pretty free the evenings this week, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty free. Same time, pretty much.
All right, so maybe later this week we'll look forward to seeing a Game 3 from both you guys. Did either of you have any other thoughts on the seed, or?
No, just, the 2-hour glove is rough.
Yeah, that glove and that hook shot. I was gonna attempt to Moldorm bounce if I didn't find it, but I've never done it before, so that was just me really hoping to find a hook shot.
Oh yeah, I did want to ask you about that. When you came in, I talked to Pikapals a little bit about Moldorm bouncing before you got in the booth. I wasn't really sure what your plan was going to be in there. I was imagining scenarios where the mitts were going to be in the top of GT, and they'd be blocking the hook shot somewhere else. But yeah, fortunately for both of you, I guess you didn't have to do a Moldorm bounce or try to hover or anything else crazy like that. But yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you both later this week then, I guess. I don't know if CCX has any other thoughts. Gone a little quiet, but
no, I'm was just letting you go. I mean, I've expressed my thoughts about this seed plenty
Okay.
while they were still racing. That this logic was just gross, and this seed was kind of gross. I mean, still don't know where those mitts were. Still don't know where that flute was. I mean, all of your nice movement items there.
Well, thanks for joining me, and thanks to Terry and SiriUX for doing the tracking. And thanks for to Shadow Magi for the restream. I don't know if Shadow has some thoughts to close us out.
And we don't have a restream for it yet, but we do have. This is all for tonight. We do have 2 races tomorrow at noon Eastern. We have Alizoun versus Waterloo, and that's losers bracket round 5. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, midnight UTC, we have Zelda versus Dazed Cloud, and that is losers bracket round 6, game 1. So hopefully we'll be able to get those restreamed. And yeah, I think that'll be all for us tonight.
Anything else before I send everybody off here?
I think we're good. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a good night. Hope to see you around next time.